So hi guys, this is Nithilan Dandapani. I never thought the first video of this channel would be of this sort, but here we go. Yesterday I happened to bump into a podcast hosted by Ranveer Allabadia in his YouTube channel Beer Biceps. He invited Shri M, a spiritual guru of from India, right? So Shri M is Muslim born and brought into spirituality by Lord Shiva, and he says that Mahavatar Babaji is his actual guru, and he talks about all the experiences meeting various gurus and the experiences that he had in going to Himalayas, taking penance, and he even shares the news of visiting or his guru telling in detail about the Nagas or the reptilians. They come from another planet, they come to our earth, helped human beings to get evolved. They gave the idea or they taught us the concept of spirituality and enlightenment. So it was the seed that has been given by them to us. So everything that I have said was discussed, and more other things were discussed in an earlier podcast with Shri M, like that was posted like 2 or 3 months back, right? I had seen the entire video. It was actually good. It was actually good, and the things that he says, the miraculous things that he says about his guru Lord Shiva and the Nagas and all the experiences that he had is actually very good. So I was kind of into Shri M and into the podcast things like that. Then I happened to bump into a video yesterday that is posted 15 or 14 or 15 hours ago, right? Before seeing the entire video, see the Beer Biceps videos that has been posted would be 1 hour plus videos, so it is a very long video. What Ranveer does, he has another channel called as TRS Clips. So any topics that is being discussed in the Beer Biceps channel, the lengthy videos, he breaks down all the topics, makes them separate videos, short videos, and post all the short videos in the TRS Clips, so that we can watch those videos regarding to only that topic. Binge watch, that is the word he uses. If at all we get tempted to watch the actual video, then we can come back to the Beer Biceps channel and watch the entire lengthy videos, right? So what is the purpose of this video? The purpose of this video is when I happen to see Shri M performing a miracle, a feat. What the great yogis and sages, saints used to do. Shri M claps his hand, rubs his hand like that, and miraculously takes a Rudraksham out of his hand. And that is not something normal human being would do. And every human being would obviously, and every human being who's very much interested into spirituality, who was very much into Shri M particularly, would obviously think, oh, Shri M, a very good, a very great sage who performs all these miracles and things like that. But is it really true? Shri M talks a lot about spirituality, has written books. I believe some even foreign people had heard of Shri M. I'm not very much into Shri M or learned much about him, but anyway, he talks a lot about spirituality, and it is actually very good. Doesn't mean that he can perform that feat. Now, after seeing that particular video, then my interest was really tweaked into, okay, can Shri M perform this feat? Then I started to focus into his hands, because obviously it came out of his hand, right? Now things started to get interesting. After watching that short clip, after watching that short clip in TRS Clips channel, I went to the Beer Biceps channel. So I'll show you the clips, whatever that has happened. So the podcast starts in Beer Biceps channel. If you look at this video, you cannot see the actual thumb of Shri M. He would always be keeping his hand like that. You wouldn't be able to see the tip of his thumb. The actual thumb would be like this. He would like clamp his hands like this, and he would wave his hands. That all seems very normal, but you can never see his right hand thumb. See, you can see all these things. and to either to distract or to do anything like that, I don't know. If you notice the left hand, it would always be playing with the coat, the end of the edge of the coat. He would be always be playing, and he clasps his hand and he waves his hand and does everything like that. You can see like how my hand is moving and how his hand is moving, so you can never see the actual thumb. This continues till the time 39 minutes and 45 seconds, around 35 to 40 seconds, until the moment he claps his hand like this, right? He claps his hand like this, he rubs his hand, then you can actually see the right hand thumb. He does that, and miraculously Rudraksham appears. Then Ranveer goes into this ecstasy or the commotion that has happened to Ranveer, the excitement. Something, a great magic that had happened. Any human being would do that, right? Something that has been performed beyond human ability, but it was actually a sleight of hand. For 39 minutes Sri M's hand was like this. Right after 39 minutes and 45 seconds, his hand got normal. After that, after bringing out the Rudraksham out of his hand, like miraculously, then till the end of the video, you get to, or you happen to see both of his hands, like all the 10 digits freely. Until 39 minutes, you can see only the 9 digits. That is the actual thing, the sleight of hand, right? Right. After performing this, Shriyam claims that, see, this is not a very big act. I'll give this to you. This is the statement, and listen to the statement that he says.
What I mean to say is I have seen all this, right? But I don't think it's a big deal. This is not a big deal. You come with me, stay 9 days, you will also do. Why did I do this? Just to tell you that it's not a big deal. This is not what we are aiming at.
Rudraksham is an actual seed that has been created by nature with a hole in its center.
Then I can give it to you, it won't disappear. You can keep it forever, put it in your neck. Do you want to put it in your neck? No, afterwards. Like this, what you have.
Oh my God.
If you want, then I will make a hole for you.
I just gotta give the listener some context.
Can I give a hole in this so that you can use it?
Yes, sir.
Put a string through. Yeah.
My God. Okay. This is on camera?
I don't know.
It got captured on camera.
By nature, Rudraksham has a hole in its center. We do not have to bore anything or like blow something so that a hole appears. No. That is the actual miracle of nature, that a Rudraksham has a hole in its center by default. That is the nature of Rudraksham, right? So this is the second thing. And we can even counter whatever that has happened. Shriyam has done that to tweak the interest of the viewers, tweak the interest so that people would get into spirituality and see, I can perform all these miracles. So after coming into spirituality, to understand whatever spirituality is all about, focusing your mind into something and get enlightened, even after you get the powers, you're not more interested. So these are all the things that we can back up Shriyam. If at all Shriyam happened to stop all these things and started to talk normally, the problem, all the backing up theories and comments would always be supportive. But Shriyam continues. What he says is that you can listen to whatever he says.
And this is nothing. See, this Rudraksh is not produced from thin air. Let me put it. It's somewhere. But I have agencies which can bring them here. That is different. Not physical agencies.
Higher beings?
Whatever, higher, lower, little fellows. But what I'm trying to say, it's not a big deal.
So he says that, or he claims that, rather says he claims that he didn't bring the Rudraksham miraculously out of thin air. There are entities that he can control, or whatever that the word that he used. He used that entity to bring that Rudraksham to him. The Rudraksham was actually somewhere else, to bring the Rudraksham to him. Now this is where things get more interesting. See, this is the actual lie, a blunt lie that has been said by Sri M. And I, even before reading all the comments. I always happen to read all the comments in a video. Anything, something happens like this miraculously and things like that, I always happen to read the comments. Yesterday what I did was, before reading the comments, I typed the comment, see, focus on his right hand, focus on his right hand, so this is not miracle, the magic, this is a normal, a sleight of hand that has been performed by Shriyam, beware Ranveer. So I've made the comment, and then I happen to scroll over all the comments, making sure that am I the only person who have done that, or other people who have noticed. And fortunately many people have noticed, and every one of them had commented. Yesterday, after seeing this, the sleight of hand, if at all Shri M didn't want to do all those things, many people had so much respect on Shri M. I am not saying that Shri M is a false guru or anything like that. See, anyone can talk, because reading the text and analyzing the text is the first basic part of any spiritual movement. So if you read the text, if you discuss with someone who is beyond you, a guru sort of things, and you sit alone, start asking questions and find answers, you will get enlightened. This is the first basic thing in spirituality. Doesn't mean they can perform any feats. This is the actual thing. Shri M is a good guru, maybe a good guru. So those of us who follow Shri M, I don't follow Shri M. Doesn't mean that Shri M is capable of doing all these things. So for me personally, I had so much respect over Shri M listening to the previous podcast, but everything, man, got shattered down after seeing this kind of this is not a miracle. We cannot say it as a miracle. This is a normal, a sleight of hand. Anyone knows the sleight of hand can do that. Coin magicians, you go into YouTube, put sleight of hand movements, you can learn all these things. And I've read all the comments, and people started to say that the respect and the belief that I had over Shri M has dropped massively after seeing this Rudraksham feat. So people who are in the society and in a place like this, never really wanted to do all these things. They believe, or even people believe, performing feats like this or performing miracles only make them as saints. No, that is not the point of saint. Actually, the point of doing all these miracles by saints, whatever we've seen in the history or in the Puranas or everything like that, there is entirely a different reason why a saint had performed all these miracles. But today's cheap magic has been recoined as miracles and things like that. But it is a very sad moment that we have had to watch it yesterday. But okay, so whatever happened has happened. So I wanted to make a video today regarding this. So just to make sure that people don't fall into all these kind of magic tricks, believing those things are miracles and stuff like that. So okay, so this is not the actual point of this reaction channel. We end up discussing or things like that in a funny way, things like that. But anyway, right? So I think I've made my point. Whatever that you think, you can comment below. Let me see whatever that had happened, right? So we'll meet in the next video, and make sure to subscribe and like and do comment. If you really feel this channel would help, let me post another 5 or 10 videos. So funny kind of things, right? If it helps, do subscribe and share it with your friends. So let us meet in the next video. So until then, it's Nitil Dandapani signing off.